welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be installing a JXB Performance driveshaft bushing / brace. We're going to be removing the OEM one and we're going to be putting the brand new one that's a two-piece. I'm going to show you guys improvement that this car needed to make it a little bit OEM plus and make it a lot nicer to drive, especially from a daily driver point of view. So let's get to it, guys. Let me show you guys an install and then my review at the end. So we're going to be installing this today. If you guys are wondering, check out the website JXB Performance. They come out with some really good products. I reached out. They were willing to do a partial sponsorship, so you guys know when we get stickers, you know where we're going to put them. And I believe it comes with two different versions, or you could spec out two different versions. I got the street version, which I feel like it should be a little bit more comfortable and not that stiff. I got the street performance ones because I mostly daily drive it, and it comes with everything. It comes with the little hardware set, and I'll show you guys how to install everything so it could be perfect. And then they actually package it very well, where they double wrap it. Really good material. Let me try to show you guys in the sunlight. Pretty much everything I believe is like powder coated black, and it's a double part, so two pieces, and then it screws on with some Allen bolts. And the reason it's this design, it's so you don't have to remove the drive shaft, or you don't have to remove anything, and it's all very plug and play, very simple. It also comes with this little card for reference if you guys want to watch some install videos, but you guys are watching this video.
This is the OEM brace for the drive shaft. It's a one-piece design. It's held by two bolts that you're gonna have to unscrew, but you're also gonna have to cut the brace off since it's one solid piece, and there's no way of removing it unless you remove the drive shaft, which we do not want to do.
So you end up making some cuts. I did make a cut over here, and I don't think it was necessary, but it does help. So now that you cut this, you can go ahead and unbolt this one, and you could probably unbolt the one on the other side as well. And then you might have to make another cut somewhere else to take off the top part. Then you're gonna go ahead and grab a 14mm, which is the size of the bolt, and then you're gonna unscrew it. And that's the OEM one right there for you. And then you're gonna unbolt the other one on the other side. This one's a little bit closer to the pipe, so try to use an extension. I ended up making two cuts right here along the third cut of where it attaches. I was able to remove it like this. Pretty much there's multiple ways as long as you just cut and it comes out. What you do is flip it, stick it upside down, and then twist it, and I was able to remove it. Now you have the drive shaft pretty much wiggling by itself over here, and then now we're going to be trimming the gasket. So go ahead and grab your knife, and then we're going to make an incision right here and just cut through it. And I was able to cut it off, and you might have to make another incision, not fully, but probably just enough to bend it out. Be careful though, because you don't want to cut too deep. I kind of did score a little bit of the drive shaft deep enough to cause any harm, so just be careful that around the whole drive shaft area. And I'm going to continue to trim off this part because that's not needed. Did score a little bit, but be careful, guys, when you're cutting. I think it'll be fine for me. It shouldn't be that big a deal since it's just a bracket. And then you're going to trim the excess on both sides. Once everything's trimmed and as flush as possible, we're going to start installing JXB Performance mount, and that one's a lot more simple to install. And it's very easy because it's a two-piece design. I wish Subaru did that. It would have made this job a lot easier. Here's a little pro tip, guys. The pro tip is make sure you have some sharp knives or scissors, preferably both. This will just make the job a lot more easier and faster. And I am doing it on a jack and jack stand, so
does make it a little bit more difficult because there's not that much room in the bottom. But if you have a lift, it would make the job a lot more simpler and faster. But it's doable to do it with jack stands and a jack. What we're gonna be doing is putting the top portion with the little insert in it, and it's gonna go over here. And then make sure that the white techs are facing the front of the vehicle. That's how you know that you're putting it in the right spot. Now that you tighten both of these evenly, you're gonna have to mount it to the frame of the car. And how you're gonna be doing it is bolt, washer, grommet, and then you're gonna insert it, and then you're gonna put the grommet on top, and then you're gonna put the smaller washer on top, and this is the small washer is gonna contact the car, and then you tighten it. You're gonna go ahead and tighten both of the bolts to 17 Newton meters, and you're all set. Now time for a drive.
I guess it's summertime here in the Bay Area. So after installing the part, we came to Lazy Dog. It was our first time coming here, and honestly, I ended up loving this place. 10 out of 10 for everything. This is a good weekend project for you that want to buy it. I really recommend buying it. It made the car so much smoother, so much nicer to drive, and overall, let me break it down to you guys. Number one, install, it's probably going to be up to 2 hours if you're really taking your time and you're not rushing anything and you're doing everything smoothly. But it could be done in less than 30 minutes. Good weekend little project that you can install in the morning, and then by lunchtime you could drive the car, enjoy it, and you could drive up the canyons like how I am right now. I'm up Skyline, and I've been actually driving the car for close to 3 weeks now. I don't like being one of those YouTubers that just installs a part and then gives it a very like magical, you know, difference. Sometimes with these parts you can't tell right away, but this part is not the case. You could actually tell right away when you installed it. You felt the response a little bit different, especially in the lower gears, like the first to second gear. It feels a lot more smoother. Not sure really why. I'm not an engineer, but I do see the difference when I'm putting it into first gear. It feels a little bit stiffer, and it does feel a little bit smoother. And paired up with my STI short shifter and paired up with the M-Tech shift springs, it just makes everything a lot smoother. The transitions are nicer, and especially on reverse, it just slides in there. Before, it would kind of like block me out for reverse here and there. Now every time I put it in reverse, it just goes right in. You guys saw in the OEM bushing that when you launch it or you do like from 0 to 10, 20 miles an hour, it will kind of shake like crazy, and there wasn't much bracing there. The car is still pretty new. I mean, I just crossed over 32,000 miles, but the bushing's still pretty new, where there was no cracks, there was no rattles or anything coming from it. It was still doing its job. Probably for another, it probably would have still been good for like another 30-60,000 miles. But I wanted to do this upgrade since I first saw it being announced. You saw the JXB brace, it performed a lot better. And I got the street version, so it's not as harsh and everything doesn't rattle or nothing's too stiff. That's what I wanted. I don't really take this car out to the track that often. I don't want too much harshness or rattles or anything that I can't do long road trips on. So I opted for the street version. But the cool part is you could buy both of them, or you could just always order the track version and swap it at the track. It could probably be done in less than like 10-20 minutes, swapping over the street version to the track version. Now, did I notice any type of vibrations or noises coming with this bushing? Honestly, no. If anything, it actually improved, where I don't really feel any vibrations at all. I feel like this new bushing really isolates all that. And everything that comes with the kit, when you bolt it up to the car, it actually has 2 other bushings. I'm pretty sure that little part right there is also absorbing any like shock or energy that's being transferred while driving. It's gonna be about 4,000 RPMs. So you guys could hear maybe a little bit of tire squeal. Thank you JXB Performance for making this product for this platform. It's a great product and I love having it on this car the last 3 weeks, and I'm sure I'm still gonna love it in the next couple months. And especially once this car gets turboed, I feel like just this is a supporting mod for the turbo somehow. That's all for this video, guys, and a little update on the mirrors. They finally came. Pretty much have the harness kind of made already, so I just gotta make sure that the wiring's good, and then the mirrors will just slide in, and I'll make an install. Very thorough, good quality install for you guys. And if whoever wants to order a harness for me, you guys could definitely order a harness for me. Or if you guys want to order the harnesses for the fog lights, that's something else that you guys could order for me. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, peace, good vibes. See you next time.